Welcome to the Blackout podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people who do amazing things. And I'm so excited for this one because I want to call you a Renaissance woman because you do so much. Yeah. You do. You know, you do the modeling, you run a business, you do the acting, you do the commercial thing, and you do like this scuba diving thing. I think that's like, it's like I love water, but like there for a while, right? For scuba diving for some time?
Yeah, well, I started scuba diving in 2019 when my husband and I retired and moved to Nova Scotia, with the intent that we were going to travel and this is the thing that we wanted to do. And then COVID kind of closed the world down. So I really took to scuba diving locally because that was the only thing we could do. And we still travel to do it, but I'm hoping to get out Tuesday morning locally. Yeah.
How do you, well, I guess your suit keeps you warm, right? Like.
Yes, I do. I dive in a dry suit. So if you think of, if you're going to go skiing or go out snowmobiling or something when it's cold in the winter, all of the layers that you have on, and then I have a dry suit over top of all of that. I also cheat and I put little hot shots in my hands and in my socks and in pockets to keep me warm. But you get cold. You lose your body heat 25 times faster in the water than you do in the air. And then when you get out of the water, the air temperature, if it's cold or if there's wind chill, you're at a higher risk, especially this time of year, getting frostbite. So yeah, I get cold.
How do you prepare for that?
The joy of diving and actually seeing all of the sea life that we have here in Nova Scotia overrides the feeling of the cold. And I don't really, I feel it. Like, I'm not going to lie and say I don't feel the cold. I do feel it, but I don't notice it as much. It's kind of like I block it out until I get out, and then I'm frozen when I'm finished my dive.
How do you heat yourself? So hot chocolate or?
How do I just? I don't know. I usually get in the car and throw my bum heat on and crank the heat up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works. So retired 2019. What were you doing before retirement? And
before retirement, I worked in the insurance industry for close to 30 years, business development and marketing. I took care of the entire Eastern Ontario region from Belleville up to Cornwall and out to Deep River for just taking care of brokers, clients, and in a large volume.
That's a ton of work. That's a ton of work.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, and but we're double income, no kids, and our goal was always to, go full on in our careers and retire young, retire around the age of 50, and we did that. So that was our goal, and we've done it.
But when you set out that goal, did you have a list of things you wanted to cross off the list? Well, like other than scuba diving, I guess.
For when I retired or before?
When you retired, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose there were things, but they're kind of throughout my entire life, things that I wanted to do. And I've always tried to accomplish those, and my list is ever changing. So I have ADHD, and what I love today, I don't love tomorrow. So I kind of fixate on certain things, and I'll do a thing, and then I'll be done, and I don't want to touch it ever again. So, yeah.
I don't understand that, but okay. Yeah, my partner deals with that too. So ADHD, was that like a late diagnosis for you, or like was that something you were struggling with, and then when you found out, like, oh, it makes sense?
It does make sense. Being born in the 70s and a child of the 80s and a teen child of the 70s and a teen in the 80s, we didn't have a lot of diagnosis for ADHD. It was just, your kid's hyper, they've had too much sugar or whatever. It has impacted how I learn things and how I do exams and stuff like that. So I've always kind of been more, if I do it hands-on, I know it through and through. I'm tactile. I have to do it. Where if I have to sit and write an exam on theory, probably not going to do as well. But if we had a conversation about everything on that exam, I would hit every single answer, no problem. And my study habits were terrible because I would be bored. If I had to study for weeks for something,
Until
forget
the
it.
night before.
I need the night before, and I'm going to cram everything in the night before. And if I come out with it, a B, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. You're the modeling. How did that happen?
Well, I was working in film when I retired. I kind of fell into doing production coordinating for a bunch of TV shows. My best friend is a director and needed help. And one of the shows was Style East. So I did Style East season 1, 2, and 3, doing the bookings. And I met some designers through that. And I met Robert from Batois at Halifax Fashion Week. I don't know if it was his girlfriend or girlfriend at the time, but she was wearing one of his outfits. And I went, I love that. Who is the designer? And I asked to be introduced and wanted him on the show. So I've kind of followed him along throughout his evolution over the last few years. And in 2024, that was my year to say yes. So to get out of my comfort zone and do different things. And he had mentioned previously, you should do this.
I'll let you continue though, but what was the driver for you deciding to have a year of saying yes?
Because I think everything just kind of like, nah, I don't really feel like it. No, I don't think I could do that. Like I just didn't have the drive to do it. And I thought there needed to be a change. So instead of making New Year's resolutions, I'm going to do this year. My resolution, if you will, and I don't make them, but I had decided that, you know what, I'm going to go outside of my comfort zone this year and I'm going to say yes. If people ask me things that are reasonable, I'm going to say yes. If I fail, I fail. Who cares?
Right.
Like, there's nothing for me to lose.
Right.
So
right.
he had mentioned it a few times. I knew solely through Style East and agreed to do a 1-year contract. I said, I'll try it for a year, see how it goes. And I jumped into it. And it's been a ton of fun.
Was it, how was it, like, is it scary at all?
Modeling, it's chaos. Honestly, for the year that I did it, nothing, like it's just, there are some great game plans, but they never follow. Like it's just a lot of standing around waiting. It's a lot of spending money and not making any. And I'm sure that comes with time. I've only done it for a little over a year.
What did you love about modeling?
I think the outfits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think everybody says that, and kind of, being out there and really showing other women as well, young and old, that in order to pursue something and do something, you don't have to fit a mold. I'm 5'3". I was 53 when I started modeling. I wasn't slim. I don't have a 6-pack abs. Like I'm not perfectly shaped, but I am perfectly shaped. I'm perfectly shaped for me. And I think other people needed to realize that. And it is for all shapes and sizes. Am I ever going to be on New York Fashion Week running walking the main stage? No. And I'm okay with that. I'm not 5'9". I'm also 54 now. So we just don't see a lot of that. But there were opportunities here. It was fun.
What was one, modeling event or something that was a standout for you?
Halifax Fashion Week, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. So I walked for Kush Massage, Junk Girl Collection. I know I'm going to forget somebody. Ink. No, that was the Doyle Street. John Fluvog.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How many days was it for, and how much work went into all this? Like, was it different? Because you have to change for each.
Yeah, you have to change. Well, the show, I think there were several days, so I did 3 different days for Halifax Fashion Week. So
did you have to do more than one?
One in a day? No.
Oh, okay.
I only did. The only time I did 2 designers in one show was the Doyle Street for Fadna, Fabric of Our DNA. I walked for Judith and Charles, and I walked for Ink by Tara Lynn.
How do you have to do that? Because backstage must be madness, though, right?
Yes, there are no change rooms, so you basically find a corner. I think you're more conscious about what you're wearing as your underclothes because you are stripping down and dressing up. Nobody's looking at you though. And as a local scuba diver, I get changed out of the back of my car and get dressed up for this. So
we'll talk about scuba diving soon.
So you just do it. You can't be shy about it. And again, I'm not really concerned that. I'm probably more concerned for the 20-year-old guy that sees me in a state of undress than I am him actually seeing me. The poor guy.
Gotcha.
He's not looking. Nobody's looking.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the walking part, how do you prepare for it?
While being 5'3", I've always had to walk very tall. I've always had to have a strong walk. So I came in with a good background for that. And we just practiced a lot, walking up and down the hallway out, in the lighthouse or on the waterfront. We just did a lot of walking.
In heels or?
Oh yeah, in heels. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then, I was going to come back to the scuba diving. So you're like, we want to do this because you have to travel, but what is the process to actually, you have to get licensed, right?
You do have to become certified. So it's a deadly sport. It is a dangerous sport. If you don't know what you're doing, you can make fatal mistakes and it is life or death. So you take a course to learn all the little things. A lot of people think that you strap on the gear and you jump in the water and you go swim around and whatever. But you have to know things like you can get, if you go down for too long and too deep, you can get decompression sickness. So it messes with your head, your blood, you can get too much gas. Like there's a whole, like everything. Holding your breath and then ascending. You get lung expansion. Like there's a lot of things that can happen, so you need to have these courses. I have my open water, my advanced, my dry suit. I have my nitrox, so I can have a different gas mix.
What?
Nitrox.
Okay.
It's a different gas mix which will extend my bottom time at a deeper depth.
So let's talk about So you said open water. What is each certification?
Open water gets you to dive to I think 60 feet depth. Advanced gets you to 100 feet depth. Nitrox is a different gas mix that you would put in your cylinders. Dry suit is just that. It's learning how to dive in a dry suit is very different than diving in a wetsuit because you have to manage the air system that's in your dry suit rather than just in your BCD. That's a whole other podcast. It's a buoyancy compensating device. It looks like a puffy vest. It helps you keep your buoyancy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Do you have to do them in order or?
Not really. You can do your open water course. That's your first one that you take. That's your very, very basic one. You can
could you do that one and it's enough?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you just can't dive deeper than 60 feet. And there are no,
60
scuba.
feet is deep though, like.
It's deep enough. Yeah, for sure. A lot of the local dives here are less than 45. And a lot of the sea life that we see locally could be 15 to 20 feet. So going down to 100 feet depth here, I'm not necessarily going to see anything more than I would at 20 feet.
Oh.
And I have less bottom time. So,
so the deeper you go, the less time you have down there.
Yes. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you have to do like maths calculation and stuff?
Yes, but we do have dive computers now that do a lot of that stuff for us. But yes, you do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then, which one was your favorite of those courses to do?
Oh, I didn't like doing any of the courses. To be honest, I liked having the certification and be able to continue to do it. But the courses can be stressful. The open water course, when we took that, was November 4th, and we did it in a wetsuit. The air temperature was 4 Celsius and the water temperature was 12. And I was frozen. I was so cold I couldn't feel my feet anymore.
Whoa,
and then you start to shiver, you start to panic, and you shouldn't be diving anymore. But there's that desire to, I don't want to have to come out and do this again. I just want to get my certification. And then next time I'll be better prepared. So it's just, I guess, nerves. And you're with a group of people that are all learning at different levels as well.
Oh.
So.
Huh. And then I guess once you get like with the certification, there's like a, I guess, exam test or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, there are exams. You have tests that you have to do in the water as well to prove that you've learned the skills.
Oh my God! Like
Yeah.
what?
Well, you have to make sure that you can. One big one that a lot of people, I want to say fail at, but they struggle with, is they sit you down basically at the bottom of the pool on your knees, and you have to remove your mask, and then you have to put your mask back on, and you have to blow the air or blow the water out of your mask. And that freaks a lot of people out because now you've taken your mask off and you're looking around, you can't see anything. And people will panic. And they also have an issue with breathing through their nose. So when you take your mask off that was covering your nose, they might inhale water up their nose as well. So it's just kind of a comfort level.
Oh, wait. So, I'm sorry. All these years, when you wear a mask, you're breathing through your mouth?
Yes, because you have a regulator in your mouth, and that's where you're breathing through.
Huh.
Not your
I
nose.
thought you breathe through your nose.
No. If you breathe through your nose, you're going to get water up your nose.
Huh. Oh, fuck. Okay, so you put it in, it blocks your nose, and then you breathe through. So, huh.
It doesn't really block your nose, but it covers it.
So, like, the mouth, like, how much air do you have? Do you know how much you need? And, like, do you have to regulate how much you suck in and all that?
I don't know how long this interview is going to be. There's a lot to unpack there, and it would take a long time to go through it. But for just a quick and the dirty of it, my tank is 80 cubic foot steel, so it's smaller. But I have small lungs. Your lungs are bigger than mine, so you need to draw in more air and expel more air than I do. I also practice breathing exercises. Years of yoga has helped me with that, so I breathe slower. If you breathe really fast, you're going to burn through your air quicker. So your tank will deplete, and then you have to surface. Your dive is done.
Wait, you do in and out through your mouth?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Have you never had a sinus cold where you have to mouth breathe?
I guess.
Yeah, well, you're doing that, but you're doing it into a regulator that's attached to a hose that's attached to your
Where
cylinder.
does it go? Man, you know what? It's cool to watch it on TV.
Watch my videos on my own Instagram page, not my modeling one, but my personal one. You have that. And you can see the bubbles coming out. And I'll dive on Tuesday. If I dive Tuesday, I'll post another video.
Damn
You can watch,
it.
yeah.
God. Yeah. Okay. What do you love about it?
The silence. As I mentioned, I have ADHD, and there's constant noise. I won't say voices because that sounds crazy, but there's constant noise in my head. So there's never a quiet time. I'm always thinking about something. And when I'm diving, the only thing I can focus on is my breathing and not dying. So it shuts down all of the noise, and all I can focus on is breathing, which is calming, and looking for things. So we're coming into nudibranchs, which are basically sea slugs. The colder the water, the more we'll have. So we'll be able to see some of those, and just it's very calming.
Do you have to dive with like a light or some kind, or is it bright? Oh, okay.
It is like during the day, it's fairly bright, but you always dive with a light, and you might look underneath rocks for things.
Do you have to do it with a partner?
Always,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
You can get certified and take courses for self-rescue and solo diver, but that's not most recreational divers. You always have a buddy. If you have a situation where your gear is malfunctioning and you're not getting air anymore, your buddy has two lines, one they use and one you can use. So you can buddy breathe and surface. So there's it's almost like a redundancy.
So it's always you and your husband that go together?
My husband or my friends. Like
Okay.
I've a large community of dive buddies locally.
Did you pull all your friends to get diving, or did you become friends from?
No, I didn't get all of my, I would love it if all of my friends got dive certified. I've tried, but I do have several that did. And I've met a lot of people in the community. So I've got dive buddies or dive friends that's all we do when we get together is we dive, and we don't do anything outside of that.
What are some of the, I guess, places you've gone diving that you enjoyed?
Locally or
I guess everywhere.
everywhere?
Yeah.
We frequently dive in Cozumel, which is the second largest reef system in the world. And there's tons of sea life. I've dove with bull sharks, which is amazing. It's amazing. It has to be one of my most favorite things to do.
No, man, like,
Yeah.
wait, do you have to, what the hell? No, isn't that dangerous?
Well, diving in and of itself is dangerous.
Fair enough.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
I've
But
done
like,
wreck dives locally here where the visibility is terrible, and I've known when we were going to where we were setting anchor for the boat that there was going to be a good chance that there's a great white. I mean, it's their ocean, it's their home, so they are there.
So when you are in the thing and the bush, do you have to just not move, or what happens?
Oh no, you move, and the biggest thing with bull sharks and any shark is keep your eyes on them. There's a difference with bull sharks. One, they're big, they're formidable, but they're kind of lazy eaters too. They attack their prey this way, where great whites go from the depth to the surface and they hit their prey this way.
Okay.
So I always joke that my husband dives higher than me, so
Is it great white?
he's going to be, they're not eating people, so don't worry about that. But if they were, he's higher than me, so he's more at risk. Bull sharks are a little different, and I have video where my dive guide, I'm watching a bull shark and I'm video recording it and I'm super excited about it and it's coming towards me and I know keep my eyes on it, but there's a whole bunch. And then my dive guide taps me on the shoulder and he goes, look behind you, there's a shark. And I'm like, oh yeah, funny, you know.
You have to learn signals on the
Yes,
water too,
yeah,
because you
yeah.
can't talk and shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, of course, we're on a shark dive. There's sharks behind me. And he's like, no, look behind you, there's a shark. So I looked behind me and there was one sneaking up behind me. So I had to pivot quickly to make eye contact and then they move around. So the way they attack is if you're not looking, they sneak attack you.
Oh, they're
But
ninjas, okay.
These bull shark dives that they're doing, they're pregnant females largely. So they protect their babies, like their pregnancy. So they're not going to be aggressive and they're used to the divers coming out to those sites. Do I want to be around a whole bunch of them in the wild? No, probably not. But I understanding whenever I go diving, there's sharks.
Okay.
There are sharks.
So let's talk about yoga. You mentioned yoga, but also Pilates. Like, do they kind of go, are they correlated anyway for you?
I think they do help each other. I don't do yoga so much anymore. I do Pilates, and lately my obsession is Reformer, the machines.
Yeah, those sliding things.
Yeah.
Apparently they like comes up a lot out of, like it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
But
Yeah.
you know, I watch your videos. I'm like, it can't be that bad.
You should come.
I
Come
know.
with me.
I
Come,
hear.
yeah.
You know, like no, it's not. So,
Yeah.
what is the reformer machine, and how do you typically use it?
They're different for all the studios. So the one that I go to is Movement. It's MVMNT. So it's basically movement with no vowels, Reformer, and they're based on a Legree, which is a type of system. I'm not a teacher.
Shit! I thought it was like the place in Halifax. I'm like, I've never heard Legree. You know. But
Yeah, it's a type of practice, but it's the class that I go to at Movement Reformer. My instructor, Ashley Elizabeth, she has kind of designed these machines herself based on a Legree. I don't know all the inner workings of it, and I'm not an instructor, so I could be wrong on some of the facts on that, but she has designed the systems. And you work with your body weight, and you work with pulley systems and weighted cables, a lot of balance. So you really, really, really need to work on your core to make sure that you can do all of these different maneuvers. And there are days where I am fantastic and I can do everything and I'm like, wow, I was really strong. And then I took 3 weeks off over Christmas because I was sick and I'm back at it. And the other day I did a strength class and I took a lot of breaks. I thought I'm gonna die.
no.
Yeah, it was so worth it. Like during class,
Yeah.
you feel like, what did I get myself into? And then at the end of the class, wow, that was amazing. I feel so much better. I feel so strong. I'm see you tomorrow morning. You know, I'm coming back.
Wait, every day?
I don't go every day. I go 4 to 5 days a week.
That's every day. Like,
Well,
you're working Monday to Friday type of thing.
Well, yeah, it's not 7 days a week. It's a few.
How long is a class?
45 minutes.
Huh.
Yeah.
And then it's always with the machine, or?
Yeah. I have done some hot Pilates classes at it's Soma Movement is the studio that Movement Reformer is in, and they do hot yoga. They've got a Finnish sauna. This is going to be a plug for them, but they've got all of the things. But what I like is the hot Pilates class versus the yoga. Yoga is, I can't say it's just stretching because it's not, but it's different than Pilates, and I get more out of Pilates than I do out of yoga.
Well, so why did you decide to start Pilates?
Start it. I did it years ago.
Oh, okay.
But it was really hard to find Pilates classes, even mat Pilates classes. And now there's like on the mat versus the machines, and it's really taken off over the last couple of years, thankfully. It's, for me, I can't run anymore. My chiropractor says no more running, so I had to stop that. I had to find something else that was going to, get my heart rate up and work my whole body head to toe. I've done a lot of crazy things throughout my life, and at 54, I'm physically paying the price for it. So I have to keep active, and I have to modify the activities that I do so that I don't further injure myself. Like, I've got shoulder issues, knee issues, hip issues. I'm waiting for surgery on both feet. Like, just,
Okay.
it's a very well-lived vessel that needs some maintenance, and fitness is part of that.
So reformer.
Yeah.
You also do art. And this is something you don't talk about much or even put up on your thing. So I remember we were talking like you did annually, like you did that. So the art thing, is that something you've always done?
I got into painting, abstract painting specifically, when I was working my corporate job, because it was extremely stressful. And it was an outlet for me. And then when I retired, I didn't really do a whole lot, but I had all my supplies. So I do it once in a while. And then when COVID hit, and well, I'm bored, what am I going to do? So I went, I'm going to learn how to pencil sketch. And I watched a couple of YouTube videos, and I started pencil sketching. And I realized sketching is a lot of erasing to get the detail. It's smudging and erasing. It's not just drawing. So I did that for a while, and I'm done. Like I said, I hyperfixate. I'm done with that. I don't do that anymore. But the painting, that was a stress relief. I've painted on jean jackets. I've done a few of those. I sew. I don't know.
What do you think you do? Like, what is your reason for doing so much?
To keep busy. I have to, if I'm not constantly active, I will shut down. Like, my husband and I will watch TV in the evening. We go down around 8 or 8:30 at night to watch TV. And he will always ask me, do you have a movie in you? And I'm like, it's 2 hours long. No, probably not. It's too late. Because he knows if I sit still for too long, I'll just, I'll nod off, I'll go to sleep. Like, I'm done. So I like to keep busy. Just, yeah.
So are you going to write a book about all these things you do?
No.
Why not?
No, it's just, writing's not my thing. I'll read, but.
So these days, all you have to do is just talk into your phone.
Yep.
And then it like transcribes it for you.
Well, like, I could, but that's kind of cheating.
Is it?
Yeah, I think if you're using ChatGPT to write a book.
No.
Oh, no, you're just talking.
You're literally transcribing the book.
Again, with ADHD, I will either hyperfocus or it'll be squirrel. So we'll talk about one thing, and then I'll forget what I was talking about, and then go off onto something else.
Okay, so I mean, you mentioned like growing up back then, it's just like, oh, this person is this, but you realize, okay, I need to find what works for me. When you realize, okay, I have this, what were some things that made sense, and two, things you did to adapt to life, knowing, okay, this is who I am?
Eliminating a lot of sugar out of my diet was a big thing, because I do get hyper. I worked in retail, I remember, in my 20s, and my husband always knew when I worked with this girl called Erin, because Erin liked Lickamade. Do you know what Lickamade is?
No, I'm not.
You get an orange and a grape powder packet, and then there's a little candy stick, and you lick the stick and you put it, it's just pure sugar.
Okay.
Or pixie sticks, like different things, pure sugar. And he knew I worked with her because when he would pick me up after work, I'd be vibrating. He's like, yeah. So getting rid of soda. I don't drink pop. I'm very careful about the sugar intake. I stay away from caffeine.
Oh, no coffee?
I drink decaf.
Oh.
It tastes awful, but I still like the taste of coffee.
Okay.
If I have a caffeinated coffee, it's a party. I get very, very busy, very busy.
But you know what? I guess that's a hack, because if you know you need to do the thing and you need to be like this, then you just have a cup of coffee.
Well, yes, but then the problem with that is
Oh, you
I will
have
have
to
a whole
crash,
bunch.
right?
It's not
okay.
even the crash. It's just I will start. Like my husband walks around behind me, literally at the house sometime, because I will start things but not finish them. And I just keep, I've started this thing and I've walked away, and I've gone over and I've started this thing and I've walked away, and he's like, yeah.
Okay. I usually let's go away with this question. Like, you've lived life, you've experienced so many things, but what do you think is something that happened to you before you were 17 that played a huge role in who you are today?
That's an easy one. I am the youngest of 4 children for 2 working parents in the 70s, and I'm a base brat. So my father was in the military. We moved a lot. Military children are very resilient, very adaptable, and being a 70s, 80s Gen X child, what you see on all the reels on Instagram is true. We are feral. From grade 1, my alarm clock would go off in the morning. My brother and sister took the bus to school, so they were gone before I was. My parents left for work before I did. So I got up at 6 years old to my alarm, made my breakfast, got dressed, and got to school on time. And then at lunch, I would come home, I would make my lunch, watch my cartoons. When they ended, go back to school, and I was never late. In the summer or on the weekends, you get up, you throw food in your face, you get out the door, you come back when you're starving, or when it's supper time, then you're back out again. And then when the street lights go off, you come home. My parents never knew where I was. I took the bus when I was 6 and 7 and 8 years old. Wow. Yeah, I had you get on, they give you a transfer, whatever. And we would take the bus and go wherever. So fiercely independent. I problem solving from such a young age, and I'm still independent. Like my husband reminds me, you can ask for help. But I don't need it. He's like, no, but I'm here. I can help you. I'm 5'3", and if something's hanging from the ceiling and I need it, rather than get him to get it because he can reach it.
Climbing ladder.
Yeah. Scale a wall, whatever.
It's funny because, well, thanks for sharing that. But something that I guess I saw a reel yesterday, and the guy's like, oh, I'm gonna help you on stuff, and like I'll help you do this, and then the person's like, so what if you need help? And I'm like, no, I'll do it myself.
I don't need help, and I've done so many different things. I've done house construction. I've done vehicle maintenance. I don't need help. I'll figure it out. Like I've been figuring it out since I was 6 years old. If I come across a problem, I figured it out. So. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I started saying you're a Renaissance woman because you've done all these things and you lived this many lives, and like you've had so many experiences. But thanks for sharing some of that with me, and thank you so much for coming to the podcast today.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a lot of fun.